はい、皆さんこんにちは。キングダム、カムデリバンス。続き遊んでいきます。前回は、なんだっけ、なんとかのビデオコを手に入れました。でね、脅した、誰だっけ、恐れ視察の、なんとかって言ったな。まあいいや。まあその人、かわいそうかもしんない。まあ結果的にこっちは、魅力を生まれたので、まあいいでしょうか。さて、で、今回ですね、クエストによると、カポンが準備をしていて、それを夜まで待って、で、その後ですね、詩読んでいくらしい。で、その詩っていうのはどれないぞ。なんでカポン教、あれ違うね。なんか回ってるこれか。わからぬ。なにこれ。どれやんの女を呼ぶ。女を、これ読むって読むんだと思うんだけど、なんて言うんだでもこれ違うな。これはエレンの罪か。じゃあ違う。愛と孤独。これは、愛しのあなた、麗しのあなたか。あなたってことは、まあ、大抵男性に向かって使うので、これは、女性からかな。霜のよう。明けない夜。でも孤独とは違うな。そっか。そうすると、穏やかな夜かな。穏やかな夜よ。なぜある。長きにわたり、恋焦がれ、君なしで収まる。この胸を君なしで収まるこの胸を何をもって沈めてくれよう。憂いあふれる、なんて言うんだっけ、連母か。連母の情けに、悲嘆し、遅れるこの心。なぜかほどの、麗しい君を置いて去らねばなるか。王神よ、いたざいまたするこの中で、恋するこの娘に、再び、まめんことを、王麗しき味、王麗しき主よ、私を励ましたまえ。もう汝の他に、誰のごとくも抱けぬ。なんかちょっとおかしいな。まあいいでしょうか。で、時間だ。そうそう、このクエストって、時間進行なので、前回の終わった場所から、全然動いてないですよね。場所違う、時間か。まあ、いつもだったら生とかするんだけど、余裕がない。だからこうやってどの荷物が溜まっていってしまう。続けるかな。まあいいよな。よいしょ。まあ行きましょうか。はいはい。はいはい。こんにちは。いる？上か。上に登って、一番最初の、おっとドアから入る。
Are you ready, Henry? Something's gone wrong. Open up. I'm not going to talk to the door. potion tasted rather odd, and now I have a feeling my face is broken out. How do I look?
腫れてんな。気のせいだ。いつも違う。気のせいだ。
You're imagining it, sir. You
気の
look
せ
as
いだよ。
irresistible as ever, if not more.
But I feel as if I just fell face first into a nettle patch.
You're just a little flushed from the excitement. It'll pass.
If you're sure. So, what do you think? Can we go to the rendezvous?
Why wait? Carolina won't be able to resist you.
All right then. Lead on, heart. And you, Henry, follow me.
さて行きますか。で待ってね。もう一回借りす。穏やかな夜。憂鬱か。で、神ですね。オッケー。あ、待って。オッケー。このハンスはね、まあ一応漁師なので、捕まんないんだけど、自分は捕まるので、ちゃんと松明をつけてやっていきます。まあ、この城一応借りてるのかな。ラジッ教が一応いるんだけど、まあ借り物ってことはそういう対応。
Tell me, Henry, how many girls have you had in your life? If you've had any at all, that is.
わからない。
Well, there's been a few, but I'm sure I can't compare with you.
Ha! Very true. One day plays will be written about my amorous adventures.
Comedies or tragedies?
That might depend on how things go tonight.
テレサ、タルンベルク夫人、あとは、誰だ？なんかもう一人いたぞ。あ、そもそも湯葉か。湯葉で、2、3人、4人、5人、6人ぐらいかな。こんばんは。リングレットは、一応喧嘩なので、遠まっているんだけど、他のスカイツ住民で、引っ越す人は一応全員ですね。プリビサ率に向かっています。
Since when has that ever bothered you?
Since the time her fellow threw me headfirst into a dung heap and kicked my ass for good measure.
It seems your future subjects don't hesitate to take a stick to you when it comes to minding their womenfolk.
I doubt he would have done it if he recognized me. I was, incognito.
さて、夜だ。できるかな。っていうか、その顔どうしたんだ。まあ、薬がですね、確認はしてないんだけど、レシピどんな感じなんだろうか。中身がまだ見てないですよね。あれ、そっち？肉屋。
We're almost there. You'll hide behind a gravestone or in the bushes and don't budge from there. Otherwise, you might scare her off.
OK? そうしたら一応脱ぐか。はいはい。あ、間違った。全部脱いで。OK? ん？
Hide, Henry. Time to get started.
任せろ。
How do you know it's her who will come out and not someone else?
She got the letter and necklace, didn't she? She knows that that is, her secret admirer is coming.
And what am I supposed to do?
What do you think? Don't prompt me from that book of poetry.
どうすこれでいい？
Get a move on. I don't want to turn up late. Get a move on. I don't want to turn up late to see the.
どこ？そっち？隠れる？ どこに入ったんだ？今これどこに入ったんでしょうか？
Who's there? I can't see you.
Your most ardent admirer, fair maid.
Uh-huh. And do you have a name?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would still be a flower, wouldn't it? Start. How?
さて、記憶力いけるかな？
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
穏やかによるよ。
Gentle night, why linger on? I yearn thus for my love so long. Without her words to still my breast, who shall set my soul to rest?
Gentle knight, why linger on? I earned this from my love so long. Whip out your worthy silky breasts. Who shall suck
卑猥だ。
my salty bits?
No!
何言ってんだこいつ。これだ。憂鬱。
Now my heart in sorrow dwells, from melancholic pining swells, since I, alas, was forced to part from the mistress of my heart.
I know my horses sort of well. Some
単勝
alcohol
食うな。
from 9 to 12. Seems I always have whores apart from the
焼肉
mistress
じゃねえ
of
か。
my heart.
What on earth are you saying?
What's that hissing?
It's a feral goose here in the bushes.
狼よ。
Ah, Lord,
多分
let me
そういう
not wait
展
in
開
vain.
かなこれ
I
は。
long to see my love again. Oh, gentle sir, be of good cheer. I shall not cling to another dear.
Landlord, let me not wait in vain. I long to sing and laugh
そっちの
again.
狼かい。
Oh, gentle sir, get off your chair. I shall not bring you another beer.
Jesus, Henry, what kind of yokel nonsense are you babbling? Me? You're the one who's babbling.
You're an odd one. I've never heard such peculiar poetry in my life. Where on earth did you come up with it?
フランス人が悪い。なぜだ？俺のせいではない。
It's not my fault.
俺のせいではない。
It's really not my fault. If I don't get my oats, I'll string you up by the ballsack.
How did you like it, dearest?
Ah, how tender you are. Father is coming! Hide!
Who was that talking? If it's some dandy again, I'll gut him with my filleting knife.
I didn't hear anyone.
Did you hear what he said? No, I have a bad feeling about this, Hans. I think we should...
Are you still there?
Still here, my love. How could I have apart from you?
Father's coming! He'll kill you!
He will not. Because it'll never cross his mind where I'll be. Henry, it's time for me to claim my prize. Whatever happens, cover my back.
There you are, you seducer! Now you'll see how a butcher protects his daughter's honor.
Buy me time.
You got some explaining to do, you bastard!
しかねえな。
What are you after? You bastard sneaking around an honest citizen's house in the dark?
祖父母の
I
墓場に
went
来
to
た。
mourn over the grave of my great-grandmother.
Oh, yeah. Then what are you doing right beneath my window, eh?
Now, the question is, why are you trampling on great-granny's grave, eh?
Enough of your horse shit. One more word, and I'll have you.
You really came!
How could I not, my dearest?
Not so fast, Prince Charming. But, since you're here...
Hey, what was that?
気のせいだ。
What was what?
That noise. I'm sure I heard a strange noise.
We're here in the cemetery. Maybe restless spirits, what do you reckon?
I'd swear it came from the window of my own house.
What's that got to do with me?
Someone's been creeping around after my daughter. I come out, and I find you here. Quite a coincidence, eh? So, out with the truth.
You're quite mistaken. I've never laid eyes on your daughter, and if she looks anything like you, I'd rather keep it that way.
Why, you fucking...
Mon petit lapin.
There's a lace here. Untie it.
Don't try to make a fool of me. I heard it clearly. What was that?
他人には聞こえた山が聞こえてようだな。
Are you alright? It seems to me you're hearing things other folk can't hear. That's not good.
You're saying I'm hearing voices in my head?
That's not necessarily a bad thing. St. Euphrosyne of Polotsk heard voices too, and she founded a monastery and churches and things.
I heard voices too. Well, could have been voices. I wouldn't swear to it though.
Look, fellas, I was standing right here and I didn't hear a thing. Do you take me for a madman?
Whatever you are, I want to know what you're doing under my daughter's window and who was talking to her. I heard it clear as day.
犬の言葉聞いたんだお。
Good neighbour, it can't be denied that old age dulls a man's ears. I'm here alone, praying for the souls of the good people resting in the cemetery. I've nothing to do with your daughter.
That voice sounded different to yours, though. But where did he get to? You must have seen him. Unless you're covering for him.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Christ almighty. It's haunted here. I knew I should never have come near this cemetery at night.
The only one doing any haunting here is you. And I'm done wasting time with you. I'll beat you to a pulp, and then that other bastard. You'll get the hiding of your life.
待った。おっと、そびてない。痛えな、この野郎。オッケー。はい。痛えな。はい。稼いだ。はい。勝つまでやめない。はい。はい。はい。オッケー。あと一人。帰るんか、お前。お前は帰るのか。よいしょ。待った。はい、装備して。でね、盗める？オッケーオッケー。二人来た。何してんだ？塩巻いてる？起き上がった。釣りか。へえ。まあ、行けますか。さな。まったくなんだろうな。まあ、この時代の恋って基本的に旺盛なので、まあこんなもんなんかな。あんま人々も妊娠とか出産は気にしたか、まあ、妊娠は気にしなかったので、まあこんな感じらしいんだけど、いいんかな。さて、入りますね。で、当時行って、中に入りたい。OK？ で、ここで待つ感じか。寝てるし。朝へ。おはようございます。目開いてんな。目開いてない。 多分この時代から目が開いて眠るってのはあったんだ。新しい発見だ。まだ話す。
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
どうも。二人きりで会ってうまくいったか？
How did it go with Carolina, Sans?
Henry, it was the most wonderful night of my life. She was completely entranced by my courting. I hardly had to touch her, and she melted in my arms. And then she took me to paradise. It was glorious. It was sublime. Thanks, in part, to you, my faithful henchman and messenger of love. You've earned your reward.
It was an honor, Sans.
ありがとう
When。are you going to see her again?
Oh, I'm not going to see her again. All beautiful things must come to an end, and, after all, I am a nobleman, and she is the butcher's daughter.
Well, that's how it ends, with the love of your life. After the secret gifts, the letters, the intrigues, reciting poetry in the moonlight.
My eloquence was wasted on her, Henry. Imagine, the silly cow couldn't even read. She returned the letter to me unopened. Here's the letter, Henry. Read it. At least you're capable of appreciating my literary talent. Read and learn from a poet. Goodbye.
ラブレターね、これ。クエストアイテムか。長い。わかりづらい。お人形さんって言ってるしな。これ完全に、そういう感じですよね。続いてる？
And well, I'm sure we can come to some agreement, your lordship.
Bearing in mind, Master Butcher, that we have nothing to come to agreement about yet.
Well, yes, sir. No, sir. Well, I thought I ought to let you know what happened. My daughter's good name could be besmirched, dragged through the mud. And his young lordship's too, of course.
Well, only if she should find herself with a permanent reminder.
Well, that could happen yet, sir, couldn't it? If her belly starts to grow. You know how word gets around, and, well, folk would assume that Sir Hans is the father, even if some other young fellow was to come along in the meanwhile, and, well, and we already know, the girl can't be watched.
Are you trying to blackmail me? Have you forgotten that I am the lord of this town, and that you are nothing but a stinking butcher?
Oh, God forbid, sir. I'm just thinking of his young lordship's reputation, and my girl's. But, of course, if his young lordship was to recognize the bastard as his own, and pay for his upbringing...
You can thank your lucky stars you're the only butcher around here. Otherwise, I'd have you out on your ear this very day.
Well, sir, I'm only...
Here, take this, you damn scoundrel, and never show your face here again.
Thank you, Your Lordship. I'm sure this will be enough. Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
Blasted fool caper. I'll wring his neck. I'll have his balls on a platter!
まあ、そりゃそうなるか。でね、多分これ終わりかなですね。あとはラジ教か。他あったかな。どうしようかな。そしたらラジ教にあって、メイン入るかな、ちょっと。ラジクいるかな。上？なんか位置がわかんないな。下かな。あ、いた。待って。ラジック。
Good to see you, lad. Sir Hanush told me you won his tourney. Good job, Henry.
あれ進んでない？ちょっと待って。
Goodbye.
あれ、メインクエストってどうなってる？これは、ウーリヒか。ウーリヒに会いに行くかな。メイン入るかな、どうしようかな。いや、DLC やっちゃおうか。そうしよっか。ラジック、ちょっと待って。
God bless you. What troubles you?
どうも。何か手伝うことは？
Sir, can I ask you about something?
Of course, Henry.
Well, I thought since we chased the bandits out of Pribyslavitz, the roads would be safer.
Ah, criticizing your liege lord, are you? And what, in your opinion, should he do about it?
Oh no, I don't mean anything by it. Just that it surprises me.
Easy, lad. I'm only pulling your leg. You're quite right. The roads really aren't safe. Mostly due to one thing. My garrison is a shamble these days. I lost most of my men in Skalitz, and what I'm left with after Pribyslavitz is hardly enough even to guard Pigstein. Let alone guarding the roads and patrolling the rest of the province. I simply don't have the men.
Uh-huh. I understand.
That is, I didn't have the men. As it happens, you've come at just the right time. Recently, I asked an old acquaintance for help. Sir Kuno of Rickwald and his mercenary band. The men who ride with him are a rough lot, mostly former convicts, but they're as capable as any squad of soldiers.
Well, excuse me for being so bold, but there's plenty of mercenaries around. Surely you can find a more respectable band?
You have a point, lad, but I'd like to tell you I talked to Kuno because I trust him. But actually my reasons are of a more pragmatic nature. You see, Kuno owes me a favor, so he'll serve me free of charge.
So, you want me to join them?
Yes, but that's not all. I told Kuno I'd send him a guide. But really what I need is for someone to keep a close eye on him and his men. Someone reliable. And I'd say you fit the part. Go and report to him at his encampment. You'll ride with his band on patrols and make sure they don't get too disorderly.
さて、まずは相手のことを知ろうか。リクバルドのクノとは誰なのか？
Who is this Sir Kuno of Rickwald?
He's the last baron of the house of Rickwald, which became impoverished. So he took to the mercenary trade, like many poor noblemen do. Unless they become robbers, which often isn't all that different. He's certainly an entertaining companion, but as a mercenary, well, let's just say he has his own particular approach to certain matters.
That sounds a little worrying.
Oh, it's nothing too bad. Just that now and again he needs reminding not to step over the line.
どんな貸しがあるのか？
How is he indebted to you?
I did him quite a big service, actually. I saved him from the hangman.
Oh, that sounds like quite a story. How did it happen?
You should ask him. You'll be spending quite a while riding together, so it'll help pass the time. But one thing I can tell you, he seems to have taken inspiration from me. A lot of his men had their own encounters with the executioner too.
引き受ける？戻る？
Sir, can I ask you something else about Kuno?
What do you want to know?
まあ、引き受けるか。
All right. I'll go and report to him.
Excellent. He set up camp between Ratai and Ledechko. It's a good base for covering the province. Good luck, Henry. And watch out for yourself.
I will, sir. Thanks.
Take care.
行ってきます。処刑人と関係がある相手ってのは結構やべえんじゃね？さて装備しましょうか。まあそういう集団に会うっていうことは、まあちゃんと装備をしてですね、行かないと危険だ。 よし。さあ行くよ。あ、そうそう。まあ、結構前から行ってなかったんだけど、プレビサビッツで、馬の、なんて言うんだ？このチャンフロンってのが出ました。なんかつけておくと頭防具になるっぽいんだけど、どうなんかな。まあ、実際問題突っ込まないし、危ないし、そんなに使う機会ってあるんだろうか。あ、違う、ノイフォーじゃないか。レデチコか、こっちか。逆だ。レデチコとの間に空き地なんてあったかな。これ見れ。危ない、危ないのこれ。抜けましたか？ OK。場所は？ああ、それか。なんか行ったことはないか。多分空き地だったかな。まあ、集団がいるっていうことは、なんか線が引いてあったりじゃないや。柵置いてあって、まあ、区切られている感じかな。うん、まっすぐかな。基本まっすぐかな。いけそう。あー、無理かな、これ。無理か。右回りで行きましょうか。野営地。野営地あるか？これ？あ、これか。
I'll be with you. I'm looking for Sakuno. Sakuno? Baron Rickvold. Isn't this his camp?
You won't get nothing out of him. You must be Radzig's man. I heard he was supposed to send someone.
Yes, Sir Radzig sent me as a guide. I'm Henry.
I'm Jakey. And this here fella, we call the Stone.
I can see why. What's up with him? Cat got his tongue?
No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. When the executioner ripped it out of him. Anyway, you better come along with me. I'll introduce you to the other fellas. And the chief. These here are the Bearman brothers, Petter and Jan. They're a barrel of laughs, except when they're too drunk to string two words together. Like now. Don't get on the wrong side of them, though. When their blood is up, oh, it ain't a pretty sight.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Never mind the fancy poses, Stefan. You're trying to kill the fucker, not teach him how to dance. And you, Dangler, stand your ground. Don't let him lead you round by the nose.
Sir? Well, sir, this is Henry. From Lord Kobler.
Ah, it's about time Radzig got round to this. We need someone who knows their way around these parts. Leave off with the bowing and curtsying. We don't hold with that tomfoolery here. Jakey! Where the hell are you sneaking off to? Go to the farm and get water. The lads are thirsty.
But I went last time.
And you'll go next time, you ungrateful pup. Get your ass moving. Snot-nosed brat. You pull them out of a pile of shit, and they thank you with back talk. Where were we? Oh yeah. We need a guide who knows these parts. So I hope I can rely on you, Herman.
It's Henry.
Right. As I said to Radzig, I don't want to carry any dead weight. we could find ourselves in some very tight situations where every sword counts.
I know how to handle a sword, all right.
I've heard a lot of fellas say that. They still ended up on the wrong end of one. We'll find out. Stefan, take a break. Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do.
Sure. No problem, Chief.
やりますか。さてさて。返すね。はい。これは飛びじゃタイプか。そしたら、せめて、様子を伺って、返すね。OK？ はい。このタイプだと、押せるか。OK？ はい。はい。
You didn't fare badly at all, I must say. You can...
All right, good. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
パトロール？あなたたちについて教えてほしい。
Sir Kuno, can you tell me something about yourself?
Drop the sir. That title brought me nothing but grief. But what do you want to know?
陸馬時について。
Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family lost its wealth. How did that happen?
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easier. Especially when your father's a fool. And your mother's mad as a bat.
Oh.
But it's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickvold Castle. But that actually belonged to the convent of the Poor Clares in Tynitz. And my father only leased it. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order because her family wouldn't let her marry him. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an awful lot of time in Tynitz.
両方かも。両方かも。
Might have been after a bit of both.
Sinning and confessing all in one place. Well, I can see the convenience of it. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Pa's escapades drove her cuckoo entirely. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window. I saw my mother there, in the courtyard, wreathed in flames. Behind her, the stables, the farm buildings and the tower were burning too. And she just stood there, shrieking with laughter.
Christ, that sounds like a scene straight out of hell.
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father. Or my little brother. Poor lad was only 7. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. Then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took us into his castle. A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small fortress near a Kovnik. It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my sister about it. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods, villages, Adela was to get it all as a dowry.
But surely that was for you to decide. You were the head of the family, right?
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them, and that was the only excuse they needed to kick me out of Drevich too.
That's pretty harsh.
You're telling me. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if you can turn your hand to something, you never be lost. I doubt it ever crossed his mind how often I'd remember those words.
やっぱりこの時代って、そういう問題があったんですね。ラジ教にどんな借りがあるのか？
What about your debt to Sir Radzig? How did that come about?
A twist of fate, lad. I was fighting in the hostilities between the House of Schallenberg and the town of Colleen. Some trade dispute it was, and I fought under the Schallenberg colours. In the end, the two sides negotiated a truce, and I rode to Colleen with the delegation that was to parley there. We stopped off at an inn on the way, and it was there that I met Radzig Kobyla. I could tell at first sight he was a man after my own heart. A likeable rogue, with a sharp mind and a merry soul. We spent the whole night drinking together and talking, and in the morning we set off together, with sore heads, but in good temper, since he was travelling to Colleen same as I was. Only, once we reached the city gates, they arrested me on the spot. Seems the burghers had it in for me, since I'd been making their lives hell for a good 6 months. On the other hand, I was a member of the peace delegation, so by rights, they shouldn't have even looked at me sideways. And then it hit me why Radzig was there. Colleen is a royal city, so he was there to represent the king's interests.
I see. So he was on the other side.
That's right. Anyway, they threw me in a dungeon, and a few days later word reached me that the Schallenbergs had reached an agreement with the burghers. Only part of the deal was they would give them my head. And I'd surely have ended my days swinging from the town battlements if it hadn't been for Radzig. He liked me, and he could see it was a dirty trick, so he somehow squared things with the city council.
Lucky for you.
Indeed. I owe my life to Radzig, and I'll never forget it. He's asked me twice before for help. This is the third time, and how could I refuse him?
まあ、そんな関係があったんですね。両兵団のメンバーについて。
Ask away.
Rope.
What about the fellow they call Dangler?
I've never ridden with a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't say a lot, but for that, he listens all the better. Nothing escapes him.
So he scouts for you?
Not just that. It's happened more than once. I was closing a deal with someone, and Dangler told me after that he didn't like the smell of the fella nearly every time he was right, and the fellow tried to stab me in the back afterwards.
ベアマン兄弟。
Those Bearman brothers are quite a pair.
Indeed they are. There's no more mercy in them than in, well, a bear. If I told them to skewer you on the spot, they'd do it, without batting an eyelid.
Jesus.
Oh, aye. They'd argue first about which one of them got to do the job. But they're as obedient as a huntsman's dogs. Real soldiers, the pair of them. Reliable, as long as they don't get too drunk. Then there's no keeping them under control. But nobody's perfect.
確かに。ステファン。
What can you tell me about Stefan?
Fletching? For one thing, he's a very resourceful fellow.
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right time. You'll find he has quite a knack for that.
What exactly happened?
Sorry, I'd love to tell you the whole story, but I'd be betraying his trust.
Oh, now you've got me curious. Maybe I should ask him myself.
Sure, why not? Our Fletch does love to converse.
なるほど。ストーン。
What about that dumb one? How did he end up with you?
The stone? Oh, he just kind of tagged along.
Just like that?
Aye, just like that. We were riding from Olomouc to a castle past Kladsko, when we ran into him and some other wayfarers camping along the way. You know how it goes. We made acquaintance with them, had a drink or two. Then we travelled on together. After all, there's safety in numbers.
I'm not sure I'd be thinking that if I ran into you lot on the road.
We might have done some things I ain't proud of, but wayfarers are sacred even for me. Anyway, our fellow travellers dropped off along the way. One in Mohelnitz, one in Schoenberg, and the rest in Kladsko. Except for the stone. He stuck with us the whole way. The fellas kept asking him what he was after, but of course he never said a word. When we were approaching Barsdorf, I ordered the men to get rid of him. I had some business at the castle, and I didn't want any strangers sticking their noses in. Stefan tried to tell him nicely, but he just sat there, staring like he was turned to stone. That's when we gave him the name. Then the Bearman brothers tried to get him off his horse. He booted Jan in the face and knocked him out cold. Then he jumped down and felled Petter with one punch. A man who can do that is a man you want on your side. So we kept him.
Weren't you worried about having a stranger in your band? Especially one who didn't talk?
No, I figured if he can't talk, he can't tell. Besides, I've had worse.
Jakey.
What about Jakey?
Jakey, that boy will be the death of me. You've got to be tough on him, or he's good for nothing. But I'm fond of him, in a way.
Like a son?
I wouldn't go that far. But I've no family of my own. And unlike those other cutthroats, he seems to me like a good lad.
Well, you're pretty hard on him, though. And the others keep him on his toes, too.
The boy needs a firm hand. I was like him once, and I got the same too. If we let him be, we'd end up with a third bear man. And who'd want that?
True. 2 is more than enough.
さあ行きますか。パトロールに行かないか？
Should we ride out?
Aye, we ought to set out on patrol about now. Hope you've got your kit ready and whatnot. I'd like to head to the north. Is there anything interesting that way?
North of here, Samapesh and Merhoyed are that way, and Talmberg is a bit further on. There's stables in Merhoyed.
I wouldn't mind paying a visit to those stables. We can go through there.
And from there?
From there, we'll follow our noses. Something interesting is sure to turn up. I feel it in my bones. Mount up and let's go.
Sure. Chief.
来ましたね。自動前進か。さて、というわけで、今回はこれまで。で、次回何があるんでしょうか。まあ、絶対いいことはないと思うんだけどな。まあ、頑張りましょう。それでは、ご視聴ありがとうございました。ではまた。